Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Expanse. Today we are watching Season 3, Episode 6, Immolation, which I believe marks the end of Book 2. So I imagine this will be a climactic moment. So what happened last time? Last time we had some things go down. We had a bit of a mutiny on board the Agatha King, but then Admiral Wynn just decided to murder his own gang, I guess. Admiral Wynn sent protomolecule hybrids to, I think, his own fleet, or the Martian fleet, or something like that. Either way, some people are going to have a bad time. And our crew is trying to break in to find and rescue May, who is currently being strapped down to a table and about to be injected with protomolecule stuff and become a hybrid herself. So that'll be fun. We had Katoa, who is changing dramatically and isn't really Katoa anymore, but he is talking about the work and going into the up, which someone pointed out in the comments that Julie had mentioned, that Julie, when she was protomoleculed, had mentioned the work as well. So that's definitely a through theme, that whatever the protomolecule's work is, it's got an agenda, and we don't know, maybe something designed it as a tool to achieve something, or maybe it evolved into the form that it is. I'm still not sure if it's naturally occurring or if it's been created by an alien race or something. I don't think it's inherently malicious. I think it's just trying to achieve its goal, and the humans are a tool, stepping stone towards that goal. Meanwhile, the humans are wanting to use it as a weapon. So that's fun. Anyway, I think that'll be enough of a pre-ramble. I remember where we're at. Let's just watch the episode and see what happens, shall we? Oh, I feel like someone told me not to watch the opening because there's spoilers. Maybe I'll just skip the opening. So I'm gonna skip the intro for this episode.
God damn it, I want to know what the hell is going on
Oh,
out
he's
there.
wearing
And
more
now.
black than white now.
Fired upon, it appears, by the Agatha King.
Ooh. It's gotta be so hard trying to coordinate that from so far away. If your communications are taking 40 minutes to get there, you can't really engage in the battle. You just have to sit down and watch it. Well, at least he's taken out a few of them. But a lot still got through. Oh no.
They're stealth tech. The Rosie can't track them.
Uh-oh.
Mars. They're going to Mars.
To
How are
Mars?
you so sure about that?
Mars could become another Eros.
Everyone get
There's
inside.
a lot more people on Mars, I imagine.
Let's do
Not that that makes the tragedy on Eros any less.
Order everyone not to fight. No reason to get anyone else killed.
He's very pragmatic, and I can respect
exactly
that
what we had
of
to
him.
do.
Oh.
Most of the systems are powered down. It's going to take time for them to reach us.
He wants to finish.
To our ships and
Oh
launch.
no.
Why wouldn't they just shoot us down?
We'll tell them we have children on board.
Oh dear. Ooh, Venus. I have been curious about what's been happening there. Oh, wait, that's Katoa. He's connected to what's going on Venus. He's not looking too hot, is he? They're gonna let him out.
But this is what you were made to do.
Was it the... Again, I don't think it's malicious. I don't think it's a weapon. The humans are making them a weapon, but in its design, whatever that design is, I don't think it's a weapon. Awkward elevator shot. Haven't had one of these for a while.
that thing? Like a plant.
Grew a watermelon in a box once for a science project. Came out square.
this one.
They're whistling in the dark.
Still tasted the same.
Trying to keep alive, keep whistling in the dark. I like that. Problem is, these guys are gonna be shooting. Clear. So they're gonna defend themselves, which means that it enforces the lie that they're here to kill people. And the cycle continues.
They shot at us. They made the choice.
Relax. You gotta calm down, my guy. Now, one of the pods slammed into it, eh?
That ship was
Yeah.
hit with a hybrid pod.
Whoo-wee, that doesn't look good. Well, he's still alive. Oh, I love how the blood is just hanging there. That's so fun. Uh-oh. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Don't hesitate. Yep, sorry. Oh, he didn't fall because he didn't. Don't go near him. He might not be fully dead yet.
Yeah, we tried to get out, seal up the
I
decks.
don't like that he's just standing there. No, oh, she's dead. She's already dead. I'm sorry. Okay.
Wait.
I feel like that was unnecessarily violent. What if you'd missed? Although, outbursts of violence might help, with the emotional stress of being dead in a minute.
I don't even know what we're fighting for.
That's like the theme of the underlings, right? No one really knows what's going on. They're just following orders a lot of time. They're spreading very fast. So now I'm even more worried about the little bit of proto-molecule that's on the Rosie. Because we haven't seen that since the start of the show. And maybe... am I fixating on this too much? Because we saw a tiny bit of the proto-molecule on the Rosie, and it's not been mentioned yet. And now we have this spreading so fast. Why is the proto-molecule on the Rosie not spreading that fast? Like, what's going on with that? Are they gonna, like, pick up the floor and it's just gonna be all proto-molecule? Like... yeah. Oh no.
It's a hybrid.
Fall back.
Okay. That's fun. Amos, what are you doing? Amos hesitated a bit there. It's a very steady camera for her running, gotta say. See, I want to know what its purpose is. Like, everyone's trying to use it or kill it or whatever, and I'm like, what does it want, though? Oh, now he's wearing more white. But she's all
I
in
have one
black.
more thing to do. You knew they had orders to fire on the crowd.
You think I didn't want to warn everyone?
Ah, that'll be the 38.
Martian Defense Minister Korshunov suffered a fatal heart attack earlier this evening.
Let's go. So, what I'm picking up from that is that they had some kind of cause that they were doing, and there was a protest, and they got shot at because Anna and... Nope. Still don't know his name. The defense minister... It's not Aaron. Aaron Wright's the other guy. Saldivere, that guy. They were leading the protesters, and then they got shot upon, and then like 38 people died. I'm assuming that's the 38 that Anna mentioned in a previous episode when she was asking how many lives are worth sacrificing for the cause. And then they became martyrs, and then whatever cause they were championing worked. Clearly something worked, because Saldivere said, he's the defense minister now. There she is.
She was right here. She can't be far. Let's keep looking.
He's completely given up, eh? Like, I don't think he would be here if it weren't for, Wait, that was a picture of someone with a flower. That's Prax, isn't it? Because he's a plant guy. But Prax has completely given up finding her. And I don't think he would be here if it weren't for Holden and Amos dragging him along. What are you gonna find? I feel like we should be getting all of the information off of here.
Controls were transferred to the Agatha King.
Oh no.
There's no way to stop them from here.
Katya!
Sorry.
Katya! Katya!
There's someone here who should know. Let me go ask.
Ooh. I feel like we should not be splitting the party as much as we are splitting the party, because it's bad.
Keep an eye on our people.
I will.
Stop splitting the party! Buddy system. Although I can understand why Bobby's off on her own. She can look after herself. But she might have a little bit of a vendetta against this thing. I want to talk to it though. Why does it have to be inherently violent? I mean, it kind of is. But like... Uh-oh. Ouch.
Said it was urgent.
Simultaneously, the MCRN Caracom, dispatched by Korshunov to take delivery.
Oh, I love the framing and the like...
Does it matter?
Oh. Sorry, the camera work in that scene is beautiful because they're all distant over there and then it's kind of panning over. And the camera itself is slightly tilted. It's got a little bit of a Dutch angle going on, so it feels a little bit off-center and unstable. And then the way it pans over to reveal Anna, like, Aaron Wright didn't realize when we, the audience, realized that Anna was here. And I don't know, it just, the framing and the setup of this scene is beautiful, and I'm appreciating it a lot.
Was he always like that?
Like what?
Spineless and weak.
Mm-hmm.
I fought to save Earth. And you fought to save yourself.
I don't know if Aaron Wright fought to save Earth, really. Yay! He's slightly more out of the way and gonna be less annoying and got what was coming to him, but somehow that doesn't feel satisfying.
With me instead.
This
That's
feels
all on
too
Aaron
easy.
right now.
Yeah, no, the way the music and stuff is going, something's not right. That just made me, instead of feeling vindicated and like yay, then it just made me uncomfortable.
Or we open the doors to outside.
Exactly. Secure the
Yep.
spot.
Why is everyone here just a horrible person? Oh,
It's okay.
never mind.
It's okay. I got her. The children are safe. Don't shoot.
This man.
Oh, thank God it's you.
This man.
May!
Okay, Naomi is coming with him, which is good, but then that also means that Avasarala is alone on the Rosie.
Yeah, well,
But now they're not going to be able to bring Katya back with them. Okay.
Don't shoot.
What are we doing, Holden?
James Holden.
This is making me really nervous, because everything seems to be going well.
never have let that happen.
They hurt
But this guy's still around.
Bazia's son. She just doesn't understand. Shut up!
Yeah.
Seriously. Shut up.
Why didn't you come get me?
He did. Why is he sweating so much?
This is Amos. He's my best friend in the whole world.
Aw.
He helped me find you.
Hi.
Hi.
I just need to talk to Dr. Strickland for a minute.
Oh.
I looked out for her.
Something about Amos being in charge of the kids is making me so happy, and I think, like, I don't know, that it feels right for his character arc, for Amos to be the one taking care of the kids.
Even when I could have been shot for it. I saved May's life. She would have died.
Yeah, he's gonna get... Oh.
Braxton. And I love her.
Like, he deserves to die, but does Prax deserve to be the executioner?
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
Amos is, though.
Thank you.
Amos is gonna, yeah. Yeah.
I am that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I get like that. I feel like that beautifully encapsulates the character arc that both of them have been going on. And like, I can't quite put it to words yet, but it's so satisfying when character arcs have a proper arc and are satisfying like that. I'm not making any sense, but I love it. Can we get Katya out, please? And anyone else who is alive, which might be not many people. And then let's destroy the Agatha King.
You're wasting your time. They can't.
Is that a win? Really? You are still alive? Okay, now things are starting to go wrong, and weirdly I'm more okay with this than when everything was going well. That's such a pretty shot, though. Maybe it won't be violent? I don't know, I don't want to lose Bobby. See, it's not malicious. It kills when it's scared or to achieve a goal. Did she kill it? Can she kill?
You don't even know what you are. Train you not to.
Why are the annoying people always the ones who survive?
They do the same thing to you in a heartbeat.
This guy's getting on my nerves. Can we not?
A nuclear explosion.
Oh, he's infected as well now.
Overloading their after core. Detonation should occur in.
Like, good on him, but also we kind of need the Agatha King for a little bit longer.
Well, sharp pal. I guess that makes us even.
Oh, that's his son, isn't it?
I always thought I'd have something clever to say in this moment. I can't fucking think. Oh well.
Okay, we need to get off. We need to leave. Is she transferring manual override? Just transferring the controls?
Yeah, we couldn't reroute all the pods, but we were able to turn their transponders back on. Might as well target them now, but we're worried that they may not get them all.
Okay, that's what she did.
Fred Johnson.
Oh.
He has the missiles he stole from Earth. He can destroy those pods. I want to do this, but we all have to agree.
Growth!
All of us.
She's learned.
I agree.
I think I might have a way for the belt to strengthen his position as an equal player in the system and also do some good.
Is he gonna do it? I feel like he's gonna do it. Did we get Bobby out? I assume we got Bobby out. We're not just leaving it. Yeah, okay, cool. We got Bobby out. Oh, those are some nice bruises. Did she see humanity in the protomolecule? Ho ho ho. Now that'll be an interesting conversation.
You're not saying, are you?
So, is she leaving then? Where is she leaving? I guess she's going back to Tycho? Maybe back to the OPA? Or to try and find her son? Well, that doesn't look good. Oh no. Uh-oh.
What the fuck is that?
The up. It's going into the up. Well, that's not good. Okay, it's okay. That was a great episode. I can tell that definitely was the end of the book, because a lot of character arcs kind of had a conclusion, and in a very satisfying way. Like, I don't know, like Amos and Prax in particular stood out to me as having that really satisfying character arc in the way that, you know, Amos with the kids, you know, Prax calling Amos his best friend, and kind of Amos's almost look of shock and surprise at that, and at being entrusted with May. That kind of I'm a good influence on someone realization in Amos. And then I guess maybe there's also a sense of his role of protecting those who need to be protected, because the way he sees people, he said, is there's people who need to be protected, there's people to listen to, and there's people who are the bad guys that you just kill. And that's still consistent, I think, but I think his view of what it means to protect someone has expanded to include like emotional and almost like moral and spiritual protection, in the way that he protected Prax from killing Strickland because Prax is in his mind still an innocent, whereas Amos isn't an innocent in his mind or in anyone's mind. So Amos is able to kill Strickland when Prax, who is the innocent that he's protecting, is not. And I think, again, like, seeing him with kids kind of ties his whole character arc really nicely together. I think kids in general, everyone seems to have a bit of a connection with them, which is really interesting to me, because I feel like a lot of the time children are kind of pushed to one side when it comes to fantasy sci-fi shows, where you're following the adventures of the heroes and they're doing great things, but you kind of don't see the kids involved. Whereas I'm really appreciating that you have Alex and Prax, who are fathers and whose children are influencing them. You have Naomi, who's a mother and whose loss of her son is hugely impactful for her. You have these kids that they're rescuing that, you know, will use the kids as human shields to stop them because people value children. And just the sheer value of children in this show is really nice, because I feel like a lot of the time sci-fi fantasy shows just don't do that. Like, they'll throw in a kid to make a tragedy more tragic, but and it's at a loss, because children in many ways are what you're fighting for, right? What that the lady on the Agatha King I'm thinking is like, I don't even know what we're fighting for, versus the crew of the Rosie, who went in and rescued these children and are now having to look after these children. Like, the children, the next generation, the kids are so vitally important. That's what we're fighting for in many ways. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but I really appreciate the value of children in the show, and the value of parentage as well. And both Naomi and Prax have had a bit of an arc where the loss of a child shut them down, and they have to, you know, Prax has become lighter now that May is back. He looked like he immediately almost woke up when he saw May again and was like, oh, she's alive. I should have been fighting for her this whole time. And again, like, there's Amos filling the role that he usually follows, right? Where Amos is the one who was essentially being Prax's conscience. That's what I was getting at. That's what I really like, because Amos doesn't think he has a conscience, and he follows other people and does what they say, and, you know, what they say is right and wrong. He latches onto a good person who knows what's right and wrong, because he doesn't think he has a conscience. Whereas he, in this episode and in this particular arc, has been acting as Prax's conscience, while Prax has been shut down dealing with the loss of May. And it's just a beautiful wrap up to both of their arcs. And then Prax seeing May is now woken up again, and that parental heart is awakened again. I'm really interested to see Naomi's arc, because it sounds like she's leaving. I'm imagining she's going to go back to Taiko. I want to see her try to find her son. And I want to see her, I guess, like, reclaim the title of mother. Not necessarily, like, finding her son would be great, but also interacting with maybe the kids on the Rosi or someone on Taiko. I don't know. I want to see her reclaim the title of mother. Even not with a kid, because she is a mother even if she's lost her son. So seeing her reclaim that would be really cool. And again, the parent-child theme is there in Avasarala as well, and Kotia, because I think in many ways she saw her son in Kotia, because he was trying to make up for his death, and they had that kind of similar relationship, I think. And maybe a little bit with Bobby as well, where Avasarala is like, don't go and do something reckless, you won't get your people back. Maybe she's also taking the maternal role with Bobby, but that's less clear. I mean, that's less of a direct parallel than Kotia and her son. Yeah, so like that last conversation Kotia had felt like he was directly talking to Avasarala in a way, even though he was kind of talking to her son. I think that relationship also is like that parent-child theme, which has been a theme throughout in many ways, because even back in season 1, like, Miller was motivated by kids, right? Like, by children being in peril, he was motivated to act. Which leads back to my frustration about the kiss between Miller and Julie, but I digress, that's beside the point. Yes, anyway, I'm loving the theme of the importance of kids and parental relationships. What else has happened in this episode? The proto-molecule seemed to hear something when it was attacking Bobby, and I wonder if that had something to do with what was going on Venus. Again, we still haven't seen what's happening with I don't, there's too many mysteries to do with the proto-molecule. What does it want? Because obviously it has a goal, and it created that ball spaceship thing. But why did the proto-molecule on the Agatha King spread so fast? And like, why didn't the proto-molecule that's still on the Rosi not spread at all? Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and check that episode to make sure I wasn't like imagining something, because there was proto-molecule on the Rosi, right? I'm not tripping. Like, this was like 5 or 6 episodes ago. When is it gonna come back? But yeah, I feel like there's different levels of how fast it spread, because we haven't ever seen it spread as fast as it did on Agatha King, right? Because that was just a few hours. If that. I don't know, time is difficult to judge in this show. But yeah, it felt like it spread very quickly. Or, yeah. And obviously it's connected, right? Because Katoa's hybrid creature was seeing what was happening on Venus. So it's like it's a hive mind of sorts. So what is happening on the Agatha King may have influenced what happened on Venus, and vice versa. But that still doesn't explain why the protomolecule on the Rosi isn't spreading. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just fixating on this one point too much and I should let it go, but Why would they show that if they weren't going to do anything with it? And Aaron Wright finally got what was coming, but it did not... It was filmed in such a way that it did not feel satisfying. That was an interesting scene, and I got distracted by the way it was framed in the beginning, and then the music was really ominous, and Anna didn't look too happy about what was happening, even though that was kind of what she wanted to happen. So I'm just all around a bit nervous about that. Yeah. And we did have a little bit of I wouldn't say conclusion, but an advancement to Alex's arc, where he's so determined to help Mars because that would protect his family. Again, it's that family parental relationship, right? But I think he's also probably there's an introduction or a continuation of an underlying theme of Mars being very imperialistic and very, like, you know, Wen was calling them insects and, like, they're all working in a hive. And I have definitely got that vibe from Mars where they're very military. You know, Alex's son was saying that when he gets old enough, he's gonna join the army and fight for Mars, and there's a very militaristic mindset there, and a very patriotic mindset, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it can become a bad thing. So I'm interested to see how that plays out, and how Alex's arc plays into that as well. Yeah, that was a great episode. I think we got... So from what my understanding, the show was, like, being cancelled, or there was a threat of it being cancelled at the end of season 3, so the next, like, 5 or 6 episodes are all of... that they put one book into the next half season. So I wonder how that will affect the pacing. I imagine they'll have to be cutting out a lot of what was in the book. And then from what I've heard, season 4, 5, and 6 were picked up, like, was it by Elon Musk or someone wanted it to keep going and bought the rights, or am I thinking of a different show? I can't remember, but it, like, got picked up on a different streaming service or something like that. And then, yeah, so I imagine that season 3 will end nicely in case it was cancelled, but it wasn't, so we've still got 3 more seasons to go after this, which, you know, we're only halfway through, so we've got a lot of more Expanse to go on. Yeah, so that will do it for this episode, I think. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and come back for more. So now, guys, head off, grab a drink, get a snack, take a nap, go do something that isn't on YouTube, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!